Mortal Kombat 2 is in post-production and fans are eagerly awaiting for any news, especially on the new characters, their designs, and how they'll develop throughout the movie. But what about a character that most fans are not looking forward to returning? Cole Young. Fans didn't take to this character much, as he isn't part of any video game lore, didn't fit the Mortal Kombat aesthetic, and an arcana that is hard to pin down and understand. Even after all this going against the character, the sequel could develop him to where the fanbase might tolerate him enough and accept him as part of the Mortal Kombat universe. I am going to give my ideas on how I would develop the character. Personal development. From what we gathered from the first movie, Cole is decent in attack but extremely poor in defence. The sequel could show brief training clips of Cole vastly improving this aspect, training with a friend from the first movie. This would also show he has grown as a fighter, bringing him back on par with how he was in his glory days when he took the title from Ed Boon and John Tobias. Establishing powers. What are they? What I have boiled it down to is Cole can manipulate matter and turn it into an unbreakable and flexible metal that is sustained by energy. Kinetic energy can be absorbed and utilised to create anything Cole wishes, like armour, weaponry, much more. Discovering new tricks. Upon learning to fight better, Cole would learn to master his abilities and discover new tricks. A full body armour that would look like a mix between a ninja and a medieval knight. His weapon forming could consist of any melee weapon, anything imaginable: staffs, swords, warhammers, battle axes, maybe even projectiles. Not only would Cole develop offensive capabilities, like he did in training a better defence, Cole would also develop his abilities for defensive purposes too, creating shields, barriers, and even extra thick armour. Flaws and weaknesses. With Cole's abilities, this could make him seemingly an overpowered character, better than Liu Kang, or even Shao Kahn himself. But there are a few flaws and weaknesses that would bring that power level right down. Cole Young, as I have portrayed him here, might seem physically overpowering, but he would still be vulnerable to mental attacks that could throw Cole off of his game. There's also the potential problem for sustaining the energy his ability requires. If Cole cannot absorb enough energy or sustain his energy levels, this could extremely limit his ability to be effective. Codename. For a final thought, Cole Young should adopt a name that fits within the Shiro Ryu codename aesthetic. My choice would be Cypher. In all, Cole Young is a character with potential and room to expand on. It just depends on how much creativity is allowed. Hope you enjoyed the video. Your view is mine.